Hey, good afternoon, y'all. This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope y'all are doing good today. Hope you're having a blessed, wonderful day. It's the beginning of the week, Tuesday, so we still have 3 more days, but we could get through this. We could do this, y'all. Just have to soldier through. But with God's grace and mercy, we will get through each day and each week. Getting to the topic for this video. So I had a conversation with my uncle yesterday, and we were talking about baseball, talking about the Tigers, and my uncle was saying that he thinks the Tigers, the reason why they're not doing well is because they don't have any black players in the outfield. They don't have any blacks in the outfield. And I told him, I said, well, hey, listen, I said there are not too many black uh, black Americans in baseball to begin with. I said baseball for the last what 3 decades has been dominated, almost 4 decades has been dominated by Latino players from the Dominican Republic, especially the Dominican Republic, Mexico, Mexico, Cuba, Panama, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, but particularly the Dominican Republic, Cuba, and Mexico, and Puerto Rico too. Those four places. We know Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, but a lot of American-born, like in the continental 48, there are not too many Black American baseball players that are dominating the sport of baseball. Hell, the best player in baseball is Japanese, Shohei Otana from the Los Angeles Angels. I mean, this kid can hit a ball 450 feet out the park and throw a 105-mile-per-hour fastball. He's a threat. He's a double threat. Could hit the ball 450 feet out the park and could throw a 105-mile-per-hour fastball. My goodness, this kid is something else. So he's arguably the best player in baseball right now. And the Asians over the last 20 years, they have been dominating the 20, 25 years. They have been dominating the sport of baseball. They have been dominating. Look at Ichiro Suzuki. What's that picture? Chan Ho Park from years ago. The Yankees had a player, Matsui. Um, there was another picture. I can't think of his name. I can see his face. Hideo Nomo, was that his name? Hideo Nomo. I think he pitched for the Dodgers. Dominated. I mean, Asians are dominating baseball. They have been for the past 20, 25 years. And, Latin players for the past, what, 30 plus years, almost 40 years. And, we know the greatest baseball players ever came from the Negro Leagues. You had your Josh Gibsons, Double Duty Radcliffes, uh, Satchel Paige, Roy Campanella, Larry Doby, you know, Jackie Robinson, many great black players. Hank Aaron came from the Negro Leagues. Willie Mays. You had we just had great baseball players. The greatest baseball players ever have been black men. Willie Stargell, Pops from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Frank Robinson, just great baseball players. Bob Gibson, just we just had phenomenal baseball players. Dave Winfield, Reggie Jackson. I mean, come on. Barry Bonds, Bobby Bonilla, Darryl Strawberry, Doc Gooden. I could go on and on and on. Ryan Howard. I go on and on and on. Kenny Lofton, phenomenal athlete, phenomenal athlete. Lou Whitaker, Willie Horton. I could go on and on and on and on and on. We just had great black players. How could you forget Ricky Henderson, Dave Stewart? Great black players. Great black players. But our young black boys are not gravitating to baseball. And the reason why is because baseball is not a flashy sport. Like a good friend of mine pointed out, it's not a flashy sport. It's not a in your face, sport like basketball. Basketball came from the streets. Baseball came from the country. People in the country played baseball. People in the inner city played baseball back in the day. And he brought up a good point that baseball was the sport of his father and grandfather's generation, not so much our generation, because we live in a hip hop era. He pointed that out, and he made some excellent points. Good friend of mine made some excellent points. Um, that it's from the hip hop generation, basketball that is. It's in your face, it's street. It's the game of Isaiah, uh, MJ, and Magic. They made Dr. J. They made basketball into a popular sport. Basketball has always been an inner city sport. From New York, the playgrounds of New York, Chicago, Philly, Detroit, DC, LA. It's always been a, st- sport that started from the playground, from the inner city. Baseball, not so much. Baseball, as I can like attest to what my friend was saying. It's a sport of my father's generation, really my grandfather's generation, definitely my grandfather's generation. Their sports were boxing and baseball. Same with my dad. His was boxing and baseball too. And you could throw football in there. Not so much basketball though. But for my generation, it's definitely has been basketball. Definitely has been basketball. Hit the thumbs up button. Smash that thumbs up button down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications of when I do videos on here. But definitely, yeah, I definitely agree that baseball, it's not the sport of this generation, especially not this current generation, because like I said, it's not a flashy sport. It's more of a team sport as opposed to individual sport. Yeah, you had breakout players like I mentioned, like Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, the late great Hank Aaron, Jackie Robinson, Josh Gibson, your Satchel Paige, Larry Doby, Roy Campanella. You have players like that, but it's more so of a team sport. But baseball players get paid, man. They get paid. They get paid. They get paid. They get paid. Baseball players, they have the richest and longest contracts of the four major sports. Of the four major sports, baseball has the longest and richest contracts. For instance, Bryce Harper plays for the Philadelphia Phillies. His contract he signed a 13-year. Listen to me well now. Listen to this. 13-year, $330 million contract with the Philadelphia Phillies in 2019. I believe it was March of 2019. He's 4 years into that deal now. This is his fourth season into that deal. Let me repeat myself. 13-year, $330 million deal with the Philadelphia Phillies in March of 2019. 13 years, $330 million. Where are you going to get that in the NBA, NFL, or NHL? I'll wait. You're not going to get it. Yes, the NBA has rich contracts, but they're not no 13 years. Now they're like, I think the longest NBA contracts now are like 5 or 6 years, something like that, 5 or 6 years, 5 years at the most. But you ain't getting no $330 million. Tom Brady is not even getting that much. Neither is Steph Curry or LeBron. Bryce Harper, he's a good baseball player, known as a home run hitter, but I mean, he's nothing phenomenal. I mean, he can't his behind can't even stay on the field because he's hurt. He stays hurt. He's missed a month now because of a broken right thumb, I believe it is. He got hit by a pitch and it broke his right thumb, so he won't be back for another month. So he's missed he's missed a month and he's going to miss another month. So I think he comes back like late August, mid to late August. But this man is getting $330 million for 13 years, and he's in the fourth year of that contract. Like I said, nothing phenomenal. I mean, yeah, he's a slugger, home run hitter, but I mean, he's not like a what's that guy named Tim Anderson. I think that's his name from the White Sox. That young man is fast and quick, phenomenal athlete. There's nothing athletic about Bryce Harper. Not hating on the man, make your money, Bryce, but he's not a phenomenal athlete. But there it is. Baseball players, they get paid 13 years, $330 million. But like I said, our young boys, they want to play football. They see, the Patrick Mahomes, the Lamar Jacksons, the Dak Prescotts. They see players like that and they want to emulate that. They want to emulate, DK Metcalf and what's the one, Tariq Hill. They want to emulate players like that because Odell Beckham. They see the one hand catches. They see what Lamar Jackson's doing. Could throw a football and has phenomenal speed, has phenomenal arm strength. Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott. They see that and they want to emulate that. They see the LeBrons, the Steph Currys, the KDs, and years past they saw Michael Jordan, and they want to emulate that. This is why they play basketball. They want to be like Mike. They want to be like LeBron. They want to be like Steph Curry, be like KD, be like Kyrie Irving, doing a behind the back, um, dribble between the legs, be like Steph Curry, shooting threes, 28 feet from beyond the basket, be like LeBron, going to the hole, dunking. They want to do all that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not, but herein lies the problem. There's only a certain few that get to do that in the NBA. Not everyone is gonna be a LeBron. Not everyone is gonna be a Steph Curry. It's gonna be a KD. Gonna be a Kyrie Irving. There are few and far between. There are so many kids that are playing basketball, thousands of kids. They're competing for what? For a job that has what? 400 positions. So the pond may be large, but the few are chosen. It's only few fish that are chosen. Large pond with a lot of fish, but only a few are chosen. Same with the NFL. There's only a few Lamar Jacksons, Deshaun Watsons, um, um, Dak Prescott's, Patrick Mahomes, Tariq Hill, Odell Beckham's. There's only a few players like that. Not everyone is going to be that. Not everyone that play football, especially in football, the lifespan of football players are not that long. Tom Brady, what he's doing is phenomenal. That is remarkable, and that is a long shot. That is a story that is few and far between because there are not that many Tom Brady's that's been playing football for 22, 23 years. Not everyone is going to do that, especially at the quarterback position. That's a once in a lifetime type of career. What Tom Brady is doing. There, you know, the average career of a football player is what, 5 to 6 years. If it's beyond that, that's saying something. And then their contracts are not guaranteed. They play a vicious sport where they can have debilitating injuries, brain damage, and their contracts are not guaranteed. Their signing bonuses are, but they could get cut at a moment's notice. This is crazy. It's crazy. It just, you playing a vicious sport like that, and your contract is not guaranteed, and you could get cut at a moment's notice. The only thing that's guaranteed is when you sign your name on that paper. Who who went for this? The Players Association, they're useless. They're useless to allow this to happen to their players. It doesn't make sense. Football players should be getting the richest contracts, but in the four major American sports is baseball. I'm not sure about hockey. I don't know much about hockey. That's a vicious sport too, but I don't know about their contracts. I don't know. I don't know about how contracts are done in hockey because I don't watch hockey. But from what I've seen, that is a vicious sport too. I don't know about their longevity or anything of that nature. But I do know about baseball, football, and basketball. And baseball players get paid. And our young men are they're not gravitating toward baseball. They're not gravitating to baseball. I mean, this the sport of generations past. It's not a flashy sport, and I get it. But baseball, you have a long career. Your careers last longer in baseball than they do in basketball, and especially in football. Especially in football, your contracts are guaranteed. You get paid for a long time, and it's a rich contract. All them contracts in baseball are so rich, and it's for a long time. You would think our young boys would want to say, you know what, I want to play baseball. I want to play a sport for maybe 20, 25 years, get what, $500 million close to $500 million to play this sport for for 13 years. But it's not flashy. It's not flashy. The only highlights, the only highlights that you see on baseball is when a team is on a winning streak. Notice I said a team is on a winning streak. Or when Aaron Judge hits a home run, when Verlander wins another game, or something of that nature. You may see, phenomenal fielding plays where you'd be like, oh, wow. You see those here and there. But for the most part, baseball is not a flashy sport. It's not. And, but flash is not all everything. Flash don't get you paid, as we see with baseball and basketball. Flash don't always get you paid. Yeah, you make the highlights, but look at the longevity and the money that you could generate. Flash is good, but when it comes to longevity and money, it can't compare. It just can't compare. Hit the thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications of when I do videos on here. And like I always say, we don't have to agree, but let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable, even on topics such as this. Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hop off of here, but y'all have a phenomenal day. Take care of each other. Stay safe. And I love y'all. And thank you for your support. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Take care. God bless. And I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.